Okay, hey, hi, hello, beautiful divine collective. This message is coming across your page right now because, like, there is someone in your life who has a message for you. Now, this message may be because there's an ancestor who is looking over you, or an angel who is looking over you, who sees this happening and is just like acknowledging that this dynamic or relationship needs to be talked about. Let's just see what kind of energies come up. But I definitely see two people, and one of them is you. So let's go ahead and see the two energies coming up here. I want just like the two energies of the two individuals. The energies of the two individuals, the energies of the two individuals, and maybe for a link in between their relationships, but just the energies of the two individuals. Okay, on the back of the deck, we have number 15, hiding. Okay, let me just go ahead and look at all these cards before I get started with all these words that are coming in, all these communications that are coming in right now. But we have fire, mother, number 9. Okay, number 4, mysterious mother. Mother, mother, mother. Mother, oh mother. Okay, cast your sacred symbols, number 63. Pink bubble fairy, number 34. No bull, number 60. The gallery of those who came before, number 24. Fear that the light will bring judgment. I mean, okay, shared tenderness, number 74, laughing and crying, number 45, dream travel, number 52, and stay back with number 29. Now listen, okay, this very much so came out in like the blocked, which is why we're going to keep this block, but, I feel like I can very confidently say, especially with number 15, hiding, coming out on the back of the deck. Oh my goodness. This isn't like, okay. Let me preface this by saying that this is a message for the person who is already suspecting this. If you are not already suspecting this, or not already intuitively feeling this, or getting like intuitive messages, like seeing visions of this, then this message is probably not for you. Okay, because this is like not fun. This is not like fun. This is not a fun message to give. But I think it really needs to be heard. Especially with number 15, hiding. I mean, I think someone feels guilty. I think someone has done something or said something behind your back, and they kind of feel guilty. This may have been triggered by resentment and just like wanting to be petty instead of like processing those emotions, or just being upfront about their boundaries or something like that. I think that this was out of just kind of like pettiness, maybe even not even understanding their own emotions. There is acknowledgement here that there is just like something that they would like to bury. There may already be a story fabricated around this. As in, they wanted this piece of information to just stay hidden, but then it wasn't able to stay hidden, and now they do have like a lie or a story or a fabrication around this lie, or around this thing that they're trying to withhold from you. There's an acknowledgement here of the shared tenderness, laughing and crying. I mean, there's a acknowledgement here of the passions and like the emotional depth of this like relationship, and the vulnerability that you're able to share. And it's just this, I mean, these three especially are just like very intriguing to me, with the no bull, pink bubble fairy, and cast your sacred symbols. I mean, I really am picking up an energy of manipulation here, but it's like, it's very interesting. It's like, why would I pick up manipulation out of these three cards? These are not necessarily bad cards. But for me to be like picking up like this energy of intentional manipulation from it is like, there might be some dressing here of trying to make a situation look more flowery or like cutesy than it actually is. And especially with casting your sacred symbols, I'm really getting like text messages. I'm really getting that probably like a significant portion of this communication may have happened over text message. That's just what I'm seeing. But again, when I was unfolding these cards, I was unfolding them from like the back front. And for the very first card to be stay back, I mean, this is definitely calling in that if you feel like you can identify exactly who this is, or maybe who this like group of people are in your life, it's definitely asking at this time for you to like feel into these relationships so that you can get those epiphanies, so you can get that intuition, so you can get this information that you need, but also to like stay back and to give yourself space from these people. Maybe don't spend the weekend with them. Maybe don't spend like your time with them, especially with dream travel. Whatever you are seeing in your dreams about these people. Okay, and I'm also getting a really strong message about like shape-shifting. If you're like looking at these people's faces and it's just like for a split second like looking like a certain animal or something, or if you think that this person resembles like a certain animal in their face, like it's just strongly affirming that there's like a message there. And especially looking at like the symbolism of that animal, but especially back to the dream travel, however they are showing up in your dreams, if you are interacting with them in your dreams, that is like their true intentions. That is like how they're showing up on the subconscious level. That is it's like a fair assessment. It's a fair assessment. But especially with number 15, hiding. I mean, you may even feel, if this person is in your life and it's like, and you're feeling the need to stay back, you may also be feeling the need of just like, I'm trying to like hide from this person. I'm like literally trying to avoid them. I'm getting them like avoiding them in the halls of like, maybe like your office, or if you go to school at like a university, but like I'm trying to avoid them in the halls. But again, I think that's also shared on their side of hiding, of there's some kind of hypocrisy or some level of guilt, something in their mind that they would like for it to keep shut out. There's something in their mind, this like darkness over their head, especially over their brain. They don't want the light. They don't want the light showing on what is going on inside their mind, which is a very strong affirmation that there's something subconsciously going on. There's something subconsciously going on that they would rather you not find out about. That is probably not for the best of your intentions. It is probably because, again, especially with this fire mother, I'm really just getting this like pettiness energy. Maybe it's like jealousy. But it is coming from this like sense of like ego, of just kind of like, I'm just going to be petty. Just because I can. Just because I can. Very interesting. Let's see the energy that you can lean into to best and most gracefully navigate this time period of like what's going on in this dynamic in this relationship. Awesome. We first got neutral energy out, so we are clear and ready to go. This is going to come in very clearly for us. So the energy that we can focus on, the energy that our viewer can focus on right now, such that they can get this through this dynamic as gracefully as possible. What is the energy for them to focus on? What is the energy for them to focus on to get through this dynamic as gracefully as possible? Energy for our viewer to focus on to get through this as easily. If it needs to come out, it will. To get this as gracefully as possible. Okay, on the back of the deck, we have the Eight of Cups. This is again reaffirming the stay back. This is again reaffirming the stay back, giving space. I think space may be really valuable right now. It's kind of like this this idea of, okay, like maybe like if you've ever taken any kind of like physics class and like looked at like resonant energies, but like, okay, so if you're at like a conference, or excuse me, and not, maybe at a conference too, yeah, I guess, a conference or like a concert, and they have like two really big speakers, and if you see like the sound waves, there are like certain areas in like the concert venue that you could probably stand that would have like louder sounds or like better sounds than like other locations, right? And it's kind of like bringing in that of like, when you're at the right space, it's like then like the energies will be resonant between the two of you, and this very like pure and beautiful healing will be able to occur between the both of you. Okay, so we need some balance to be coming in. We need some emotional maturity and balance to be coming in. I only say that because we have our Queen of Cups blocked and our Two of Pentacles blocked. So you may feel that you would like to have balance coming in, but it's not necessarily manifesting, especially in your reality or in your 3D. Or you may feel, especially with our Queen of Cups, you may feel that there are emotions that you would like to express, that you maybe can't like talk with. Maybe you just are like, this like person won't get it, or this is really just this energy of like my tongue is being, I'm biting my tongue. I'm not saying quite everything. But we also have our Seven of Pentacles. Okay, so I'm seeing our patience, especially with our King of Wands. There's a patience and just kind of, I want to say intention and stealthiness. Stealthiness with maybe not so much of like the sneakiness, but the stealthiness of like, I just want to maintain the peace. And sometimes it does take like a little bit of more like thought and intention in order to like maintain the peace. And there is this energy of, there are limitations present that it is because of the circumstance. It is because of the circumstances, because of the environment. And I'm not like living with these limitations, but they do exist in this environment. As much as I don't like them, I have to kind of deal with them and put up with them, which I think why is that word stealthiness is coming in. Okay, we also have the Page of Pentacles here. I do think that this is a challenge that you maybe don't necessarily mind taking on. And it's an acknowledgement of, I think you're learning a little bit more about yourself and more about your own patience and wisdom and emotional maturity at this time. We also have the Seven of Wands here. I really see your actions and your intentions and your environment aligning at this moment in time. I think that all of those are very straightforward, and that you're coming at this very practical, very straightforward, very intentional at this moment in time. Okay, so we also have our Four of Cups here, our Three of Swords, our Seven of Swords, wow, and our Four of Wands, and our Four of Wands. This is, again, a very strong affirmation. If you intuitively feel betrayal, if you intuitively can pick up on these people lying, if you instinctually feel that discomfort in like the pit of your stomach or in your heart, this is, again, just affirming your intuition and your instincts at this moment in time. Especially with the Three of Swords and the Seven of Swords coming out right beside each other. And this is, I really am just like saying this is a moment of like walking away from someone that maybe they were close enough to hurt you, but they don't. Like there is like manipulation and lies here. There is intentional hurt here, which is unfortunate. So this is also a moving on to the next chapter. I think you can intuitively feel, I think you can instinctually feel this next chapter coming in. I think you've been working around this. I think you've acknowledged that this environment, this relationship, this dynamic has run its course. And I think you are already preparing yourself for the next chapter. Hold on. Guys, we have at least 3 sevens out here. I was about to say, do we have all 4 sevens out here? We have 3 sevens. I mean, 777, with our 2 main themes being like getting space, like moving on to the next chapter, giving our space, getting space from this. I do think that, especially with this Nine of Pentacles, this is going to be in the future. This is the potential to be able to unlock this environment where you're able to do whatever you want. And I think if you continue to focus and give gratitude to what you're already able to do now that aligns with your authentic self, and continue to celebrate yourself, and how it would feel to be in such an environment, and how deserving and worthy you are of being in such an environment, and claiming your Queen of Cups energy, and claiming that grace, and claiming this new chapter, and moving on to the better, on to people that don't manipulate and intentionally hurt and just do things that are just like intentional shit. Just moving on from that. Focus on that gratitude, focus on that vision, focus on that feeling. It is all here for you. It is all here for you. I really am getting this energy too of, like, if you don't move on, the universe will align in such a way that it is easy for you to. That's like the universe will make it happen. Things will align to make it happen. Wow. Okay. If you would like more details for a personal reading, especially on this situation or whatever you are trying to manifest in your life, then you can find my tarot services and manifesting services on my website, LayneTheLiaison.com. So I can do personal readings, group readings on any kind of topic, and I can also do medium readings. If you would like to connect to someone who has passed on, we can also work together with all of our spiritual tools that we have and what is already intuitively in your toolbox, in your ritual set, just to lean into the energies more of manifesting exactly what we desire into our lives. I have seen time and time again how it is truly magical and unbelievable, and how things that we won't even imagine as possible, like something 10 times better than that, can come in, and it absolutely is possible. So that's just the kind of like manifesting powers and like manifesting consulting that we can do in addition to the tarot. And that's all on my website, LayneTheLiaison.com. And I just want to thank you so much for watching and supporting these readings. I really appreciate all the support, all the subscribes, likes, and comments. It means so much to me that these messages are getting out to you, beautiful Divine Collective. Okay, I'm going to leave this here. Thank you so much for joining me. Bye.